An oxygen concentrator helps you get the oxygen you need by pulling oxygen from the air around you. If you have a breathing condition, your doctor may prescribe supplemental oxygen. You will need to set it up before you can use it. You can change your oxygen flow rate when you turn on the machine. Put on your mask and breathe. So, we are going to watch about the how to use an oxygen concentrator.
Method 1. Setting up your oxygen concentrator.
First is position the machine 1 to 2 feet, 0.30 to 0.61 meters from the wall and furniture. The machine needs to pull in oxygen and release exhaust, so it needs plenty of space. Make sure the area around it is unobstructed.
Step 2. Connect your humidification bottle if one is prescribed.
Always use distilled or filtered water in your humidification bottle. Unscrew the cap on the top of the bottle, then fill it with water. Screw the cap back on before attaching the bottle to your oxygen concentrator. Step 3. Attach your oxygen tubing to either the humidification bottle or an adapter. If you're using a humidification bottle, you will see a port on the bottle. This is where you insert your oxygen tubing. You will use an oxygen adapter, also called a Christmas tree adapter. It looks similar to a tiny funnel, with one large end.
Finally, make sure your air filter is in place.
Your oxygen concentrator has an air inlet filter that removes particles and allergens from the air. It should be located on the side of your machine. On occasion, you might remove or change the filter, so always double check to make sure it's there.
Method 2. Turning it on.
First is start your oxygen concentrator at least 15 to 20 minutes before using it. It takes time for your oxygen concentrator to begin cycling the correct concentration of air. Follow the instructions on your model or the directions provided by your doctor. Step 2. Plug it into a grounded outlet that's not in use. A grounded outlet will have 3 prongs instead of 2. Some older outlets only have holes for the typical side-by-side prongs.
Step 3. Switch the power button to the on position.
Make sure the machine is in the off position before you plug it up. It could get damaged if it's already switched on. Lights will come on and you'll be able to hear the noise of air being pulled in and released.
Finally, listen for the alarm.
The alarm will sound every time the oxygen concentrator is turned on. It will also sound if the power flow is interrupted. After a few seconds, the alarm will become silent.
Method 3. Adjusting your oxygen flow rate.
First is locate the liter control knob or switch on your oxygen concentrator. The knob or switch will likely have numbers next to it. It may be marked for liters per minute, LPM, or levels, such as 1, 2, 3, etc. Step 2. Turn the knob or switch until it points to your prescribed number. It's very important that you use the right amount of oxygen. Your doctor will prescribe the appropriate amount for you. If you aren't sure about which setting to use, call your doctor. Finally, avoid using more or less oxygen than your doctor has prescribed. If you think you're not getting the right amount of oxygen, talk to your doctor about it. Don't adjust your oxygen on your own. Follow all of your doctor's instructions.
Method 4. Putting on your mask or nasal cannula. First is check your tubing for kinks or bends.
It's okay for your tubes to coil a bit, such as in a big circle, as long as the air can flow freely. These can interrupt the flow of oxygen, so smooth them out if you find any. Step 2. Put your mask over your face for low levels of oxygen. Shift the mask around until it feels comfortable. Make sure there are no gaps around the edges of the mask. Step 3. Fit your nasal cannula upward into your nostrils for high levels of oxygen. Each prong of the cannula should curve up into one nostril. Once the prongs are in place, loop the tubes over your ears.
Step 4. Breathe through your mask or nasal cannula.
Take breaths as you normally would, allowing the machine to supplement your oxygen. Use the machine for as long as your doctor recommends. Finally, switch the power to off when the machine isn't in use. The machine can become overheated while it's on, causing a risk of fire. It's important to not leave it running when it's not in use.
We hope it is useful to you. Please subscribe to our channel to upskill yourself.